Okay,
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is just I guess a late night edition, whatever you want to call it, of just what happened in the NBA today. Just a quick overview and things of that nature. So, the game that I was watching was the Hawks game. That's really what sparked all of this, was watching the Hawks game. The Hawks had such an interesting day today on January 17th. Hold on, let me see. What I'm watching. Okay. I was going here on the Twitter to see what exactly is all going on here and things of that nature. All right. So, yes, January 17th, today was just a very interesting day around the league, around the association. I think the first thing first thing we want to say, rest in peace to Dejounte. Excuse me if I got the pronunciation wrong. Just a very popular overseas coach in Europe. Currently the assistant coach for the Golden State Warriors over the past few years. The Warriors fans said you rarely caught him on the sideline, if you did at all, of him not smiling. So we just want to say rest in peace to him. The Warriors have had such a tough season, to say the least. You think of teams with the toughest seasons or the toughest breaks and, not living up to expectations. I mentioned that a few days ago with the Hawks, but, you also have to, like I said, you throw in the Lakers in there. You can throw in the Pistons, of course, and the Warriors are right there. And I don't know, man. It's just, you can even say the Wizards too. But it's just sad. Like, they're going through all of this kind of turmoil. It's one thing after another. It was first the Jordan Poole trade. Chris Paul hasn't really worked out. If you would say, like, Chris Paul worked out how you would expect it to, with an aging, older, past his prime point guard with the extensive injury history, you kind of expect it to have gone this way, especially when you trade that point guard to a team with the best point guard in the world, and has been for the past 7 years. Yeah, it was just a mind-boggling move, but they made it to essentially get Jordan Poole out of the toxic situation, that atmosphere that Draymond Green created. I don't know. The Warriors, is just too much going on with them. I was watching It Is What It Is earlier today, and and Cam was even pointing to the situation with Andrew Wiggins that he had off the court last season, and I forgot all about that. But like that Andrew Wiggins situation off the court, this situation, it seems like Klay's injuries, his years of back-to-back injuries are finally starting to catch up to him just a little bit. And it's tough. Once again, Steph Curry finds himself by himself. So it's tough for the Warriors. You feel for them. I know Kevin Durant, speaking of, you feel for them. That's something else that happened today on January 17th, 2024. Hold on, let me pull this up. Excuse me. So we are scrolling down now. All right, here we go. Here it is. Mr. Kevin Durant, the Durantula. So someone was pretty much essentially saying, like, I feel bad for KD because he was working. I know going at KD over his New York ain't cool anymore, but now I feel bad for him. Free Durant. His talent is so valuable to this league. He needs to be on a better team. The Suns are 6.5 games back in the West. But they're 4 games over 500. They were like at 500 for a while, and Bradley Beal couldn't stay healthy, and it was just a lot going on with him. He says, anyways, please don't ever feel bad for a professional basketball player who got everything he ever wanted. Somebody else needs your well wishes way more, and that's just a fact, man. That's just a fact. Like, I get what he's saying, and I get where the fans coming from, but, you get so wrapped in the game and stuff like that. He's like, bro, it's a game. We get him paid millions. Excuse me. Me personally, I've done this for 16 years, and I've been at the top of the game. Nike deal, I got to inspire a whole generation of kids and got to play against a lot of those kids that I inspired, including Imani Bates. So, man, what can I say? Kevin Durant is pretty much what Kevin Garnett was for when I was a kid and stuff like that. Which is just ironic because I was a kid when Kevin Durant was drafted too, so I was a kid with both. but yeah, I guess for the generation prior, it was Kevin Garnett of like a taller guy, athletic, could face up, shoot, mid-range, everything like that. Just had a versatile game for a tall, skinny guy. But, Durant kind of took that and took it to the next level, becoming one of the greatest scorers ever. Another thing that I thought was really weird or different that I saw today was this stat about LeBron James. Like, LeBron James he's played with, 33% of all NBA players, of, every NBA player of all time. What was it? Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. Longevity. But it's like LeBron has played with 33% players to ever play the game. Let me see. 33%. Oh, here it is. I found it, guys. 35%. LeBron James has played against 35% of all NBA players in NBA history. Bro, he's played against a third of the history of the league. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. And I know, me, I ain't gonna lie. A few years ago, I think it was year 17 or year 18. I was tired of all the year 17, LeBron James is so amazing. Year 18, LeBron's still doing I used to be the biggest hater of that because it was just annoying, bro. But, bro is, where we at, 39 now? Look at this jump, bro. Averaging 25, 7, and 7. Are you serious, bro? You gotta be cheesing me, dog. With all the Drake people. You're cheesing me. Jamaican. Canadian. Jamaica Canadian. From the 6, man. That junk is crazy, bro. And I remember the year that they missed the playoffs and Kuzma was pushing him into playing defense. He wasn't playing defense, but, he still savored his stats and stuff like this. These are legit stats. Like even if you were trying to fake your stats and pad your stats and stuff like that, that's still impressive for a 39-year-old to be able to do that. And it's also sad, as we always say, because, he has been their best player a lot of times this season. Anthony Davis he stepped up to the plate. I ain't gonna lie. Anthony Davis has stepped up to the plate. He's played a lot more games this season. You have to give credit where it's due. I'm pulling up Anthony Davis right now. 25 points, 12 rebounds a game, 2.5 blocks a game. And let me see how many games he's played. So he's played 39 games. 39 games pre-All-Star break. You know what I'm saying? So he's been there. He's been available a lot of times or a lot more times than he has in the past. And he's been producing, you know what I mean? But, it's still LeBron's team, which is, sad still at the end of the day, because it ain't supposed to be LeBron's team at 39. You know what I mean? Maybe in a Udonis Haslem way. But not in the LeBron James way, you know what I mean? So that's sad to me. And then, I want to get into this SGA versus Luka thing. Let me make sure I'm looking at the camera. SGA is not better than Luka, bro. And Shaq, bro, I love Shaq. Shout out to Shaq. One of the most dominant, you can argue most dominant player ever. You do have Wilt Chamberlain right there. But one of the more dominant, one of the top 2 most dominant basketball players to ever walk the planet Earth. Top 10 player of all time. One of the greatest centers to ever live. Shaquille O'Neal. One of the nicest human beings you'll ever meet. One of the more famous people on the earth right now is him, Snoop Dogg, and who else? Who else would you say is that famous in America? Maybe Michael Jordan. Yeah, Oprah, Tiger Woods, Barack Obama, Donald Trump. There's a few people. There's a few people, but Shaq is up there. Bottom line, point blank, period. In terms of like most famous people just ever. So with that, I say all that, and he's just a nice guy. Like I met Shaq a few times. Obviously being in Atlanta, we run into him at different events and stuff like that. So I do want to shout out, Shaquille O'Neal for just being a nice guy all the time. And, like, treating everybody equally. Not having the ego of, like, I'm Shaq, bro. Like, you can't just do that to me. But, yeah, he's been bugging with a couple of takes this season. The take of the bowl is as good as Wembanyama. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was going, at the beginning of the season, before the season, I was going with the, Chet is exactly Wembanyama. Bol is exactly Wembanyama. Why are we hyping this up like a tall guy that can bring the ball up, shoot the three and score on all three levels like we seen that. When I seen that Joker in real life, bro, I was like, oh yeah, it's nothing like this. Like, it's the same as Chet and Bol, but it's different at the same time, if you know what I mean. Like, he's just better. You know what I mean? And salute to Chet. Chet a dog, bro. But Joker just better, bro. Like, I ain't never seen nothing like it. Anyways, let's get into it, bro. You point up the basic stats, surface level stats. He's averaging 33.6 points a game, 9 assists a game, 8 rebounds a game, 1.5 steals a game, in 36 minutes, bro. Shai is averaging just maybe like 2 minutes less, and he's averaging 31 points a game. He's averaging less than three assists than Luka. He's averaging less than like 3 rebounds than Luka, and but he is averaging more steals. That's the only thing he has Luka in. Why are we saying, and why do we keep doing this with Luka, bro? Like, this coming from someone who, like, I'm with the Luka comparisons when it came to, like, him and Trey, because that was the thing that Trey and him always got compared to. Like, I seen times where Trey went off. I remember when they went to the Eastern Conference Finals, and a lot of Dallas fans was like, dang, like, man, we could have had Trae Young. And it was crazy to see that, because it seemed like the entire world was saying the Hawks could have had Luka Doncic for, like, a few years until that happened. And now I feel like it's kind of like a more balanced nuancing of like an overall agreement that yes, Luka's better, but Trae Young's not a bad not a bad consolation prize, especially when you got another lottery pick for it. Cam Reddish never panned out, but I mean, hey, you still got another, like, what was that, a top 10 pick? Cam was like 10 or something like that, or number 8. So yeah, I mean, you still got a top 10 pick out of that. But yeah. I say all that to say, put some respect on Luka's name, bro. Like, he's better than all of these young guys, bro. Luka's better than all of these. He's better than Jason Tatum. He's better than all the young guys. Tatum, SGA, all the young guys that y'all want to. Anthony Edwards, he's better than all of them, bro. Just admit it, bro. He is. And Trey is probably, like I say, some people might say, I might be biased, Atlanta biased or whatever. Trey's the most underrated out of all the young guys. Y'all feel like Banchero gets his respect because Banchero's had an amazing year this year, and Orlando's having a great year this year. They've coming on and everything like that, which we're about to get to. But I don't know. I feel like he might still be like kind of laying under the radar. Not really. For real, but like kind of in a weird way, yes. But Trey's averaging more assists than all of them. He's averaging about the same type of minutes as both of those other guys are. And he's in the ballpark as far as points per game. You know what I mean? Obviously, way below on rebounds. But he's right there with steals with Luka. The only thing that Luka has on Trey, for real, well, I ain't gonna lie, he does have like 6 points on him in scoring. But the only other thing he has on him is rebounding, because Luka is like 7 inches taller, or listed 7. Trey's listed at 6'1". I don't think Trey's 6'1", bro. I think Trey's like 6'2". Might even be 6'3" with shoes on. You didn't hear it from me though. But yeah. So yeah. Let me see. Oh, okay. I guess we can get into the Hawks now to wrap things up a bit, put a bow on it. So the Hawks have had the strangest day, bro, when it comes to just like them as an organization, because the main thing that happened, or another main thing that happened, I know I said the main thing that happened today like 5 times about 5 different events, because it was true about 5 different events. But one of the main things that happened today, oh, Josh Giddey. Should I talk about Josh Giddey? All right, while we talking about SGA, I'm going to take a little detour here and bring up Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey, bro, dismissed. The case is dismissed against him. The investigation dismissed. It's closed and everything like that, because they couldn't find enough, like, they couldn't get enough information. They couldn't get enough cooperation, so they just shut it down. You know what I mean? So take from that what you will. If you ask me what I think about it and you didn't ask me what I thought about it, I'm going to just go ahead and put my opinion in there. I'm going to put my opinion in the opinion hat. And this is allegedly what I think. And you know, none of this is, you can't sue me for defamation or libel, because I didn't say it's fact. I just said this is what I think. And speculation and allegations. I think, I got to be careful with my words here. I think Josh Giddey messed up. I think bro messed up. I think he messed up. I think the girl's parents, and this ain't even, I don't know nothing about nothing except for what I seen the little NBA meme pages post of the screenshots and the video screen recordings on the girl's Snapchat and stuff like that. I think the girl's parents knew about the relationship, or like, you know, Josh Giddey being involved in this young girl's life, and they kind of just let it happen. And when it got out to the public, it wasn't something that she willingly like kind of let out. It was just something that he just got caught up in. And, you know, Giddey like probably paid off the parents and was like, yo, like, I ain't know, blah, blah, blah. And they was like, yeah, like, keep it on the down low. Like, you're a young man, you an upstanding young man, you're a millionaire, you're well off, and we know you take care of our daughter, which is sick. But every set of parent, I don't know. I think that might have been what happened, and that's ended up what happened when the police asked. They like, I don't know nothing, I ain't snitching on about him. Well, I paid him that hush money, and they was down with it from the get-go. You know what I mean? Because he might have been paying them already and stuff. So who knows? For all we know, Giddey could probably still even be dealing with the girl and just told her, stop posting on social media. Anyways, regardless, that's what happened in that situation. Just needed to address that, because, you know, you get canceled, you don't even address it. Pascal Siakam goes to the Indiana Pacers for 3 first-round draft picks and Bruce Brown. That's a lot of people, bro. That's a lot of people. And Woj reported that Pascal was excited about joining the Pacers, and he's looking forward to working on an extension this summer. Yesterday, Shams said that, I don't know if it was Shams, it might have been just somebody else, but somebody from somewhere with a Twitter account or an X account said that he told teams that he was not looking to sign an extension with anybody not named the Raptors, and regardless, he was going to explore his options and try out free agency this summer. Now, from what I heard, if you're so excited and you're ready to work on an extension, why don't you sign the extension right now, my boy? Huh? Why don't you just sign the extension now, my boy? If you excited, if you Halliburton, Indiana, basketball, why don't you sign the extension right now, my boy? Because we all know that's cap. B. Lou, y'all know that's cap. You know what I mean? So, if it's cap, my boy, you know what I mean? You ain't got to cap Indiana down like that. But either way, Indiana taking a huge risk here. They putting all chips in the basket. They think this is the piece that's going to take them over the hump. One thing I'm very surprised in is that I think they kept Buddy Hield too. Like, wasn't Buddy Hield in trade rumors, and he requested a trade before the season, and he tried to go to the Dallas Mavericks? Yeah. He didn't get traded. He didn't get traded. Neither did Miles Turner, bruh. Miles Turner is the John Collins of the Midwest. The Joker in trade rumors every single year, bruh. He like the main person in trade rumors on the trading block. They gonna trade him. And he never gets traded. So the fact that they kept Buddy Hield, they kept them young boys that they were scared to give up. Who them young boys? The boys that be shooting them threes. Hold on, let me look at the Indiana Pacers roster. Cause them boys do not miss. Hold on. And they was not trying to get rid of him. Hold on. Benedict. Benedict is one of them for sure. Hold on. Let me look. I'm gonna just share the screen with y'all so y'all can see what I'm looking. They didn't want to trade this kid, the Benedict kid, and who else was it that they didn't want to trade? I'm trying to see who else was it. Kira Lewis Jr. got traded. I even forgot he was on the Indiana Pacers, bro. I was about to say Indiana Fever. Not Big O. So who was it? Who was the other guy? I think there was another kid that they didn't want to trade. They were like, yo, it might have been Walker. I'm not sure though. But yeah, I know for sure they didn't want to trade this kid. They were like, nah, we not trading, bro. Benedict. So yeah. So they kept those two young guys. They kept Buddy Hield. They pretty much kept like everybody except for Bruce Brown. Bruce Brown was like the one role player that they actually traded in this deal to get an All-Star back. But it's a risky move. Like, do you really think that, you know what I mean? Like, do you think that's the move that's going to take you guys to finals contention? You know what I mean? Not just, you know what I mean? I don't want to hear no blah, blah, blah. Oh, they traded him? Wait, hold on. They did not take. Okay. All right. Bet. Yeah, here we go. These were the three people they didn't want to trade. They didn't want to trade Benedict, Walker, and Andrew. So they got to keep all of those guys. And yeah. Oh yeah. So where was I going? So the Pacers think that this is the piece that's going to push them into championship contention. I don't think so. I don't think this is a move that pushes them into championship contention. Pascal won a championship when Kawhi was the number one, the one they got. Tyrese Halliburton is not Kawhi Leonard. Miles Turner is not Marc Gasol. And salute to Marc Gasol. Salute to Miles Turner. Miles Turner has had a great career. I don't mean to poop on his parade or anything, but I just don't see it in the Pacers of being like a finals team. Now, do I see him being an Eastern Conference contender? Yes. But the team even had a slump after the in-season tournament. You know what I mean? So if you had a letdown already earlier in the season, Halliburton went down the way he did, you know what I mean? I just don't know if Siakam's the guy that's going to push you over the hump. Especially the fact that, Siakam's an all-star caliber talent, but bro, in all these kind of trade rumors, he hadn't necessarily just been balling. You know what I mean? Bro ain't been balling for real this season. 22.6 rebounds, 5 assists a game. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily he just been hooping everything like that. But I just don't. I don't know 3 firsts. That's a hefty price to pay for someone that you think is going to get you to the championship contention. It's kind of like the exact move that the Hawks made. Here we go. See how I turned that page. The Hawks made for Dejounte Murray a couple of years ago, and it hasn't worked out. So the Hawks, it's a very interesting day for the Hawks because you see what happened Siakam one of the targets. You know, it was looking like Siakam and Markkanen were two targets. It looked like as Markkanen kept playing out of his mind, you didn't see his name in his trade rumors as often as you did probably in not December. December was a couple weeks ago. In November, at the end of November, when he was in those trade talks, and they were like, Markkanen might be on the market, and there you go. And Utah's cleaning house. You don't hear that anymore after the Joker been putting up 50, 40, 30 game winners. You know, everything that Markkanen's been doing over there in Salt Lake City. So his name's kind of been pulled off, at least like all the rumors and stuff like that. He's been pulled off a little bit. And then on the other end, Siakam, you know, it was looking like it was going to be Dallas or Indiana at the end of the day, and it ended up being Indiana. So, you know, those two targets are gone. So now, every deal that you do is literally just kind of preparing to put a better team around Trae Young in the future. Trae Young and Jalen Johnson and Kobe Buffkin in the future. Buffkin is someone who they think, speaking of SGA, can be like a SGA type of player. He's down there in the G League right now. And I laugh when I say that because it's just like that's huge expectations on a guy who hasn't really played in the league yet. But, you know, they made him an untouchable in the Siakam deal before the season started. And that's when I was like, okay, this is kind of weird. And they once again have made him untouchable in this upcoming trade deadline. So they see something in Buffkin, and that's just something to look out for. You know, it's the same way that, you know, they were kind of looking at Jalen Johnson for the past couple of years, and you see how Jalen Johnson's producing right now. It's just amazing. Tonight, another amazing poster jam from Jalen Johnson and stuff like that. And Trae Young's madly underrated out of that entire class. Great player. His defense has improved so much this season. And it's just the Hawks team defense is terrible now. So, you know, if it's not one thing, it's another. But, yes. I say all that to say I keep getting sidetracked. Tonight's game against the Orlando Magic. So now Siakam's off the table. You're not going to get Markkanen. The only way you trade Dejounte is if you're trading Dejounte to get future pieces. You lost 3 first-round picks to get him after this year. So now, you know, to get back some of those picks, to get back in some of these future drafts, and also just build some assets and kind of get a good thing going around Trae, Jalen, and Kobe. That was kind of the mindset going into the game. So they play the game against Orlando Magic. All of the games against the Magic have gone to the wire this season. Hawks won the first game in Mexico City on a late corner 3 from Dejounte Murray, pass from Trae Young. Second game went into overtime. Banchero went crazy in overtime, took over, put the team on his back, pushed Orlando to a win in overtime in game number 2. And in game number 3 tonight, Banchero is struggling from the field, but he still shoots. Orlando's last shot, sinks it to tie the game at 104. Hawks get the ball in. Dejounte gets it. Trae's jumping in the background, and so is Quinn Snyder. Apparently, Quinn Snyder called the timeout, but the ref couldn't hear it. It's 8 seconds left. Dejounte, he sees nothing. I guess it's just tie game. What do you have to lose here? If you miss a shot, you miss a shot. You go to overtime. So he goes down, ball behind his back as always. A tough kind of fadeaway, like leaner. Well, not fadeaway. Just a leaner at the buzzer. Tough contested shot. And he sinks it mid-range. He sinks it. He poses in front of the Orlando Magic bench. And, you know, obviously, first thing you think of is that King of Seattle, man. Paolo versus Dejounte, you know, who's the real King of Seattle. That's the first thing I thought about when I saw it. It was a cold shot, great shot. And the Hawks win 2 games in a row now. So the Hawks win 2 games in a row. Dejounte's been playing well ever since there's been trade rumors about him. And just makes you think, you know, like, what do you do now if you're the Hawks? Like, do you let this one game sway you into believing, like, everything's good? Or are you like, it's just one game, or you hold on to see how he performs and how the team performs until the trade deadline? Do they start liking each other again? Because the team, like, obviously is talented, right? The team is talented. They maxed out with the 2021 roster, and they try to rebuild and rebudget and stuff like that, stay under the luxury tax, things of that nature for the next couple of years, and then took a risk on Dejounte. The Dejounte project hasn't been like the most successful. However, team, you can see the individual talent still on the team, and this is without DeAndre Hunter. This is without Mo Guy, who had an amazing summer league. I know he had a pretty rough preseason, and I think he even got into a couple of games like blowouts early in the season, and he airballed and stuff like that. So, but who knows if Mo Guy turns out to be anything? And then Kobe Buffkin, I already mentioned him, and what they kind of think of him earlier. So they have the talent. Bogey, I didn't even name him and stuff. It's just they get up, they play up to their talent. Double-digit lead. Second half, they blow it. Tonight, the Hawks were neck and neck with Orlando the entire night. And then it comes down to the final minute and a half. The Hawks had like a 2-position lead. Then all of a sudden, Orlando gets the lead again. You know what I mean? Like, it was inevitable. It's almost like when you watch the Hawks, you're just waiting to okay, when is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? And, they're bailed out by a last-second buzzer beater this time. But I don't know if that's good enough to be like, oh, we're good. We don't have to do anything. The Brooklyn Nets are talking about wanting Dejounte. The Detroit Pistons want Dejounte. The Lakers, those clutch ties, of course, want Dejounte. But it looks like Lakers might get LaVine. Either way, it sounds like Austin Reeves is out of there. Like, you're not getting LaVine or Murray without getting rid of Reeves. Which brings me back to Trae Young's the most underrated player out of the group of young players, because they really had Austin Reeves on Team USA over Trae Young. They really had, at some point, Pop had Keldon Johnson on Team USA over Trae Young. Like, these are things that have happened summer after summer. In mid-season, every February, Trae's only been on, 2 All-Star games in his 6th season? He should be on 5. All except for his rookie year. He should have been an All-Star. So it's a lot of, just nitpicky things with Trae, of people just not liking him, I guess, because, he does play the whole thing with the refs and stuff like that. And he's shorter, and he talks his talk. So I can get it. I get it, but pause. I get it, but it's just, I don't know, it's just crazy, man. It's like, at a certain point, it's like, it's OD now. Y'all OD hating. And that's what it is, bro. So, anyways, that's what I have to say. That is my take on January 17th. I don't know if that performance from Dejounte Murray and the Hawks just being happy for each other was enough to prevent a trade. But also, at the same token, with Siakam off the market now, and Lauri Markkanen, not even being in trade rumors anymore, I don't know if you do anything. What is the point of trading DeAndre Hunter for Andrew Wiggins? You're just making a trade to make a trade at that point. What is the point of trading Dejounte Murray to a contender where you get a first-round pick back, but it's going to be pick 27? What is the point? So, I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. What should the team do or teams do, and what did you think of January 17th? Until next time. Oh, Wemby had a crazy dunk. Wemby had a crazy dunk in Boston. I feel like I should just mention that because I have so many Wemby fans looking at the channel now. But this is the Road to 5K subs. If you are new to the channel, my name is Rashad Milligan. Until next time, please take care of yourselves. Have a good night. Have a good morning whenever you're watching this. Until next time. Peace.